Cold Friday. Oh my God, is it bad outside? Went and ran the Notorious today out at the park, just having some fun, killing some snow. Ended up breaking one of the hubs on the Dumont, the Proline wheels. Broke one of the hexes, so that was short-lived. Didn't really get anything good. Wasn't worth making a video out of. So what's going on? We'll wait for a couple people to show up. We're gonna start a new build today. Got a new buggy. We're gonna build ourselves a new buggy. Last time we were here, left off, we had working on the RC10. Got a little further on that. Was able to get the Team J Concepts servo mount figured out. I'm not happy that they don't give you the hardware with it, but that was a pain. It's in there solid. It ain't going nowhere. I got the servo horn figured out. Got the steering straightened out. It's gonna ride nice. Also, I'm going with the Hobby Wing. I got the XR10 Pro Legacy in this one. I got that mounted where I want it. It does not fit in the stock location, so I had to use this 3D printed block to hold the battery from sliding back. But it's able to run the wires under the battery. It's going to look nice when it's all said and done. All the wires are long enough to make the motor. I did not have to cut nothing. Just got to get an organizer, and that should be it. XR10. Body's scuffed up. I cleaned it. Gonna start masking that out, getting the striping down, and getting everything I need to get done, and hopefully get it painted. It's been so freaking cold. I don't know how I'm gonna get it done because it's too cold to go outside to do it. So we'll wait for a few people to show up, and then we'll start this new build. Everybody can hit that like button on the way in. That'd be great, and we'll get started. All right. So the buggy we're going to be building is another one of the awesome throwbacks from Team Associated. We're going to be building a YZ10. Never really had one of these, so I figured I'd try a four-wheel drive buggy. I'm going to put a 13.5 in it, so that way I could run it in with the four-wheelers, and it could run vintage. Chino, what's up, my man? How are you? Send some of that nice weather my way, man. I'm freezing. This sucks. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to show up, and until then I'm gonna get the parts out and get everything ready, get set up. Let's take a look at the box art. Man, that's old school looking. I dig it. Some old school colors. This buggy's gonna look really cool. I am gonna change a little bit of stuff, but they really don't make a ton for this, but there is actually a few companies still making parts for this, believe it or not. All right, we're gonna need the main chassis. And I got the first 4 bags out. Now, one little problem I'm going to show you is, some of these parts, the white parts, I wanted to dye them. And Nitro Pen, what's up, my man? Send some of that nice weather up here. I got to bag 4. Bag 4 had a bunch of the white parts on them, so I screwed them up. Didn't mean to. All of the small parts came out absolutely fine, no issues. But I tried to dye the main bulkheads. These, I don't know if they're not made out of nylon or what, but they just, no, they would not work. Would not take dye whatsoever. So now I got some off-colored ones, but we're gonna race it. I don't really care. But yeah, that sucked. That sucked. We were cold as shit this morning. 51. Burn some furniture. Dude, I'd kill for 51 right now. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. I was up this morning doing an oil change and 2 tires on my car, and I think it was like 12. Dude, it's vicious. It's not cool at all. Let's check this out. All right, so what you get in the box here, this is the main chassis and I guess a support. Like I said, we're going to change out some stuff. I got some custom stuff we're going to play with. But let's get this bag open and see what we got here. As far as I know, this should be... This is like a graphite. That's cool. Yep. The chassis is made out of like a graphite. It's definitely not a metal of any type. So that's cool. And then the little part it comes with. It comes with... Come on out. It's also like a like a graphite. A complimentary prison shank. So, there you go. That's the only thing I can think you could use this for. Grizzly, what's going on, man? Gonna start working on this YZ10. We're gonna get a new build going. Gonna try out something new. All right. So, like I said, this is made out of like a graphite. They come with a pan that goes underneath it, so this kind of just lays inside the pan, which is kind of cool, because I guess I won't need a chassis protector with this because it's got basically one built in. All right, let's tune down. Let's take a look. All right, slide that over, and we'll do it. All right, so we have our basic chassis here, and we have this brace. We're going to get to that. Let's get this razor out of here before something bad happens. Let's take a look at this page 1, see what we got here. Page 1, bag 1. Okay. Says we're going to need this guy here. Let's open it up and see what this includes. Looks like I don't have to do anything like motor or servo or anything like that early. So that means we could go pretty far on this one today. All right. These are all made out of like a casted aluminum. I'd say it's casted for sure, but I'm guessing aluminum. It's got these cool, I don't know if you can see it. It's got Yokomo carved into it. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Let's see. Nitro Pimp says, Chino, good call on that body. Which body? Which one are you talking about? Getting ready tonight. -5 tomorrow. They're saying -30 with wind chills. Nitro Pimp, you want to come up for a visit? Nah, man, you need to go down there and go visit him. I got people in Jacksonville. I gotta get myself down there. And you got the 2 bulkheads. And let's see. Same thing. They're like a die cast, I guess, like a sand cast. Okay, they are not ambidextrous. They look very similar, but this one here has wider ears. These ears are wider on one of them, so I got to figure out which one is which. If you go by the pictures, I'm going to say the wider one is going to be for the rear. So that's going to go that way to the back. That's going to go that way to the front. And then this guy here is going to fit somewhere along there. Okay, let's check that. Let's eyeball this first. Like that. All right? Yep, just like that. Huh. That's pretty wild. All right, cool. All right. One thing that's kind of nice is you're going to have all your screws bagged separately. I like that. But we got to find what we're going to need here. That, and I believe all of this hardware is now metric, so I ain't got to play with that standard mess anymore. All right, so let's see what we got here. Flathead. Flat. Real short. That one's got to go somewhere special. That's the same. That's the same. 2 button heads and a nylock. Okay, let's find out where everything's got to go. Flathead, flathead. Okay. Let's open up the second one. Looking for the razor. It's right in front of me. Okay, and on this side here, you have these little steel mounts. I guess that's going to be for the center brace. ×2. Nope, that's a different one. That's a different one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there should be M3x8. Okay, those are button heads there. That's a 3x6, so that's going to be the short one. Okay, so those go there, there, there. All right, M3x8s. I should have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of those. Maybe 7. Yeah, these all have to stay together. All right, cool. Let's start it up. All right, front one first. Front one's going to get that skinny one. That's going to go to the front, and we're only going to use 2 screws in that. Now, we have everything here. Looks like a lot of this is going to go into metal. So we're going to have to run some Loctite in this for sure. Let's see here. Grizz, I'd probably die. Yeah, man, it's not even good. I work outside, and I mean, I'm used to the cold, and even I'm not happy about it. This is cold. Okay, 1, 2. See how far we get on this one today. I have to order a motor for the rc10t next week. And then that should be just about ready. Motor, receiver, transponder, should be good. Go. Keep this close. We're going to need that rag today. Okay. Where are we at? Hey, Devin, what's up, my man? You racing the red chassis turd? No, I need a motor. Need some parts yet. We're getting there. She's getting there, my man. Right now, we're going to work on this four-wheeler to play with. Want to get that four-wheeler class going, or at least a buggy class, so I'm going to play with this. I hired a new guy and pretty much spend all day in the night. Nice. It's 47 out here right now. Shit. 47, I'll take that. All right, let's keep going. This one will get all 4. Neil and I are both down for buggy. I have to dig out the bin of RC10s. Let's do it. I'm pretty sure George already has one as well, so he was running a buggy, I think, that one week, so I think he has one to play with. One. The other one. Sick little... Okay, cool, man. Sick little live to come across. Yeah, man. Hit that like and subscribe button, my man. But yeah, we're going to work on this one. We got this one running. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. Paint by Uncrustables. My kid had one of those for lunch today, and she put it in her lunchbox. When she wasn't looking, I took a bite out of it. She didn't even notice, man. She was oblivious. Let's see. Are you getting the new scent rally? No. No, just no. I got enough toys. I'm not buying nothing for a little while. I'm buying a new car in spring, so I got to get some money in the bank. All right, what else we got? But yeah, a buggy class, a vintage buggy class would be fun. Like I said, I'll have this. This shouldn't take long. I mean, I still got to get a motor, an ESC, a servo, you know, the basic stuff, but that's all right. We could have this build probably pretty quick. You know, something indoors for friggin' polar bears. The C7? Depends how much money I want to spend. I don't know. We'll see. Would like to just build something, but... Okay, that gets 1, 2, 3, 4. That is good. Then this one here would get the 2 button heads go in the middle. And then the flathead shorty goes on the other side. And there's a bunch of weird ones. Okay, so let's get those first. The 2 button heads got to go in the middle. Come grab this S10 or C10. Urban Legend, what's going on, man? Thanks for the $10. That's going to go towards some of these parts. We'll get something with that. Come grab this. No, man, I definitely don't want either of those. I have a 1-car garage, and space is at a premium. So if I buy something, it's going to be something that's pretty much ready to rip. You just need to finish your project, sir. Fly Boys, what's going on, my man? How are you? Yeah, but a C7 is on the list, on the short list. I'm looking to spend anywhere between 30 to 40 if it's going to be nice. So, but like I said, the Shelby GT350s have been coming down. The 17s, 18s you can get now in the 40 to 45 range. If I got to put 20 down and get it, then we may. We'll see. I don't know why they use button heads on this right here. Hold on, did I do that right? Let's see. No, it's got to go down here. I don't know what that screw is for. It's got a hole. It's not what it's for. Okay. No. Okay, hold on. Here's where we go. These instructions are not the best. They don't look terrible, but they're not the best. It's those the ones that just have the little lines that go through everything. It could be better. That one gets left alone. It's got to go in that one, and then you put the other small one on the one next to it. They'll wipe this whole chassis down because it's going to have bright spots now from wiping all this leftovers off. There we go. Where are we at here? Okay, Fly Boys. Hi, Velocity. What's going on, man? How are you? Let's see. Nitro Pimp. Never. What's up, everyone? Yeah. All right. There we go. Okay, that looks right to me. Let me double check everything. Button heads go there. 4 through the back. 1 flathead there. Okay. All right. Now we need that, looks like with that part there, that prison shank. Where the heck did that get to? We're not going to be using it, but let's see. There it is. Kind of saw blade, prison shank. Something you could definitely stick your inmate buddy with. Look at that. That's why I guess they don't build RC cars in jail, because there'd be just too many. Well, I bought these off of A-Main. So I'm going to go with this. From Extreme Racing. I've never really used much of their stuff, but I just bought a couple of their parts for the Savage. I'm using their hinge pin holders. So I figured, what the hell, let's give it a shot, and we'll try this one. So we got a nice little carbon fiber piece. You know, why not? Okay, so now we're going to need these. M3x10 flatheads, okay. M3x10 flatheads. That's going to be those 4 right there. Okay, so that's got to go. We're going into aluminum again. Thank God they didn't come. They gave me the metric hardware this time. go. Get that in there. Started. Let's do the other one. I have camouflage carbon from Extreme Racing. What? What's that look? That's. I want to see what that looks like. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I bought the control arm, the hinge pin holders from them for the Savage, but I haven't been out beating on that, so I don't know how well they hold up. But I guess we're gonna find out. There we go. Now, also, this is a belt-driven buggy. I've never played with a belt-driven one either, so that's going to be fun. Nick, what's going on, my man? Freezing your ass off like the rest of us, huh? It sucks. All right, where's that second one got to go? After the 3, so that's going to go right here. Do I have that on backwards now? Hold on. Yeah, we got to spin that around. We need the flat section in. Oh, let's take that back and try it again. Oh, no. Actually, no, that'll work just the way it is. That's okay. All right, just make sure we get the same way on this side. Yeah, man, it's not even cool. I took the, like I said, I took out the Notorious today. We went to the park. We ran it in some snow just to, you know, have some fun. Brought the camera with me, see if, you know, I could find something fun to do. Didn't really like what I came back with, so I didn't do anything with it. But I ended up breaking one of the hexes, the plastic hexes that go into those Proline wheels. It broke it. I was trying to do backflips off a tree, and it just, yeah, well, that didn't work. All right. This is weird. They use a flathead screw for one, a button head screw for the other, and then this part here gets a nut and a bolt. So we have 3 different ways to mount this one little piece of carbon fiber that probably ain't going to do a thing. Let's take a look at it. Looks good. That's about all we need, I guess. That goes there, that goes there, that goes there. That's pretty much all it's for. But, okay. So we need a flathead. This one here. It's got to go into there. Got it. Shit. It doesn't come out or it comes all out at once. It's one or the other. We're gonna have a ton of these stickers by the end of the day. Cold sucks. Don't want to go outside for nothing. No, and I work outside, so as soon as I come in, I'm not looking to go back out. That's definitely not it. Okay. Put our center bolt in. Now I guess all these parts also, I guess I'm not a Yokomo guy. Trust me, I don't know anything about these things. But I guess the Super Dogfighter and this thing were really similar or the same thing. Because if you look up YZ10 parts, obviously from Team Associated, you can't find nothing. And then if you look it up on A-Main, if you look it up as a Super Dogfighter, you were able to find it that way. And that's what all these parts are for. Okay, and then this one here is going to go through the mount. Ah, dang it. Doesn't quite fit. All right, we're going to make it fit, though. It's a little crooked. Does it need? What do we need to do here? Okay. Gonna loosen everything up. See if we can get it to work. Probably just gonna have to ream it out a little bit to get that rear in there. If you can look here, it's hard to see with that block in the way. You got about half a hole. You racing tomorrow? Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. Just gonna run my buggy. Unless you want to run slash, we can run slash, but I'm probably just gonna run my buggy. All right, we're gonna have to make a little adjustment to this. Now, carbon fiber, you should not be messing with this that much because you don't want these you don't want to breathing this shit in too much. Don't want to rub the chassis while I do this. There we go. I'll tighten these other two up. Got this guy. Throw the nylock on there. All right, if I can get it started now. Bring your Mini B. I want to try out some new parts. Mini B is broken, but I always have it. Yeah, I broke the C-hub, I think. I don't even remember. All right, cool. And I just got to get something we can get in there to hold that nylock. That's what we're looking for. That'll work. Okay, there we go. That would be bag one. A lot going on in there. Starting to actually look like something. We got our front bulkheads mounted. It looks like the motor mount and center drive mount and a cool carbon fiber shot down the center. Pretty cool. Wish this graphite wouldn't get all streaky, but I'm going to go over it, I guess, when we're done. It'll clean up. Lame Duck, what's going on, man? What's going on? What are we assembling tonight? This is a Yokomo YZ10. 4-wheel drive, vintage throwback that Team Associated put out. Got it on Black Friday at a good deal. All right, let's see what we got here for bag 2. We can set this off to the side. Looks like the slipper assembly. This should be all right. This should be quick. Then a fun one. I'm already getting a nice little look here at bag 3. Bag 3 is going to be the diffs for this thing. They look funny. There's a lot going on with these. All right. Let's take a look and see what bag 2 has to offer. All right. Looks like your basic like Octalock style setup. Kind of strange though. This is really deep. I don't know. I've never seen one like that. I don't know. Gearing probably going to be a problem, but we'll find out. All right. We got our 2 shields. There's our friction stuff, and there's some gears. These are the plastic gears. I did see that they have these gears available in aluminum. I don't know if they're a problem or not, but I guess we're going to find out. Ah, a Masami Hirosaki vehicle. Sure. Sounds good. I'm happy that I was able to pronounce that today. All right. So let's get everything out and about. We got our slipper spring. We got a couple of small pins. Okay, we got to watch we don't lose those. And a shielded bearing. So let's see how this goes together. Yeah, I doubt that this will do any well in the 4-wheel drive class because, well, I suck, so that doesn't help. But it'd be kind of cool to see it. Maybe I'll throw like an old school paint job on it. We'll do something neat. All right, let's check this out. Here's our main shaft. Nothing to say about that. Just fancy little shaft. And it basically just goes together like an assembly. Let's see how this works. All right, pin first. Then it's a gear. They're both 15 tooth, so they're the same. 15 tooth gear goes onto the pin. All right, cool. 15 tooth pulley. Then it says it needs the cap. 15 tooth pulley cap, okay. And it's gonna go inside. Okay, that makes a full gear. I got that. Pinch it together. So you got yourself a gear, a two-piece gear. That's probably where you're gonna have your problem. Those are gonna probably walk apart if you get a lot of slack in this thing. All right, flange bearing. We only had one, so that's pretty straightforward. It's gonna ride there. Okay. The other pin. There we go. Other pin, I guess that'll hold everything together. Now there's a little gap there, so you can see that's probably where you're going to get your slop from. But we're going to put it exactly how they want it. And we're going to put the other gear on. Slide it onto that pin. There we go. Same thing as before. Put your cap. Makes a complete gear. So now we have 2 gears. You got 2 gears riding inside of a bearing. That's it. Okay, what comes next? Pulley cap. And we get one of our slipper discs. Here we go. Like that. Okay. Let's try to flatten these out. Now, which way does it go? It's going to go with the thin side in. Like that. Slide the whole thing over. Okay, we're going to make sure that that friction disc stays in the octagon, so that way we ain't got to worry about fixing that later. Nice tight fitment on that. I like that. All right, let's get the bend out of that. I'm sure it's just going to go the other way. It's just going to sit on the inside. Like so. Okay, that's got to still have a notch in it, so that's got to go a certain way. Just like that. Spring's going to ride in the middle. All right. Okay, there we go. That's our slipper setup, just like that. I should be able to run that nut down. Let's see what we can do. All right. So that way everything stays tight. There we go. We can adjust that later once we get everything together. All right. So let's see. A little bit of play in that. I don't know. I guess with a belt on there, it probably won't move. But there is a small gap. There is no shims, no nothing. It says nothing about it. All right. There we go. Bag 2. There is our, I guess our slipper and gear assembly. There we go. Two pulleys for the belts to ride on. And I don't know. I'm guessing that, let's see. Oh, where's that going to ride? That's going to ride in here, right? Yeah, that would have to ride in here somehow. Let's see. That's your motor. So it probably, I'm guessing it's going to ride like that. Then you're going to have one belt to go to the back. And then that big guy is going to ride all the way to the front. So then your diffs are going to be inside. So that's probably why you do the diffs next. But yeah, that's how that's going to ride, just like that. There's probably another bearing and another bag that has to go in here on this side. And then something's going to sandwich it and put it all together. All right, cool. All right, if everybody can hit that like button on the way in or out, I appreciate that. Let's move on to the next one. Let's have some fun. Use this big bag for all the little bags. Do a little cleanup real quick. Bag 2. There we go. All right, bag 3. This one's going to be fun. Okay. Let's see what we got in this thing. All right, that's going to be one end, the other. Whoa. That's the other side of the housing for the belt to ride on. Okay, let's see what we got here. We have sealed bearings, steel out drives. They are sealed. That's nice. Bunch of pins. There's our screws to seal everything up. And all the gears are plastic. We're going to have to watch that. That's not great. But we'll see what holds up and what doesn't. For sure on this one. All right, let's get everything open. Yeah, everything. The sun gears, all the planetary gears, everything is plastic. The cross pins, those are steel. And your basic shims and those lovely little pins that you get to stick through the out drives. I love those. All right, where are we at? We got a gasket. I don't see any fluid whatsoever. All right, let's check the box and see if it came with any type of fluids for this. Usually they're separate. There we go. Okay, we got fluids. All right, let's pull these out. Where are you going? Oof. These have to be the thinnest paper gaskets I've ever seen in my life. Look at these things. They are tiny. Probably a one-time use deal. I don't see those lasting very long. And the bearing and out drives. Okay. All right, then. Okay. So let's see how this has to go together. All right, bearing. Does it go on or over? Won't really matter. Okay, so the bearings are going to slide on, so we can just put those to the side. All right, then it says we have small shim. It's going to be one of these. Okay. Thin O-ring. That's going to be these black ones. Okay, black O-ring. No problem. Slide that on. Okay. That goes into the housing. Thick O-ring. That's going to be the red one. Push that down, get her seated in there nice. Like that. A shim, another shim. Oh, this is fun. These are deep. Okay. There we go. Okay. Randy, what's going on, my man? Big Boys Toys, what's up, my dude? All right. Okay, we got to find the fun part. All right, the fun part. We got to get that pin in. Make sure these are down as low as they can go, because if not, getting that pin in is going to be a real bastard. All right. Okay, let me look inside there. And that's the groove. That's got to be the groove right there. All right, let me fight with this for the next forever. Okay. Got it. Sort of. Half got it. Okay, cool. I got it. And a sun gear is going to go on the top of that. I hate these pins. These are the worst. Okay. There we go. That's one side. And we got to do the gears. Stay there. How does that go? Which ones? Are they all the same length? Yes, they are. Oh, you come on. All right, where are we at? Okay, that's the problem. Use the right gear, dummy. There we go. All right, get the post straight. There we go. Let's get the other one in. Like, at least they're getting the time-consuming stuff out of the way. Other than the shocks, this is probably your longest part. Okay, there we go. 4 gears in, all plastic. It's going to be great. All right, let's do one more. Put it back together. Let's see if I can do this one a little bit quicker this time. All right, 1 out drive. One shim. One thin O-ring. And we go into the housing. One thick O-ring. Get it seated nice. There we go. One shim. Come on. There we go. Yeah, happy Frozen Friday, Randy. All right, now the fun part. Let's get the pin in. All right, let's find the hole first. Right there. Daniel, what's going on, man? Fighting with diff pins here. The struggle is real, man. Get in that hole. There you go. No. Okay. Don't get in that hole. Okay. Sun gear goes on. Eventually. Come on now. Get the pin so easy. Why am I going to have a problem with that? There we go. Okay, sun gear's mounted. There we go. That wasn't as bad that time. Thank God. All right, cross pins. Let's get these started. 1, 2. Man, I'm at work in this warehouse. It's so freaking cold. Yeah, not a lot of heated warehouses. Yeah, I work outside directly of a warehouse. I have to work outside. But it's a refrigerated warehouse, so I don't think it's really any warmer inside. So it is what it is. But yeah, this cold it's bad. Like I said, I went out. I didn't do it on. I was gonna do it today. It was a lie, but I figured I'd just do it. I was bored. what's it called? The Hot Bodies Dirt Demon. I wired and fired it. It's done. My glow igniter died, so I didn't end up actually running it outside real quick just to see. But also the tune is so far off because the guy, when I bought it off him, he literally closed all the needles. Like if it was like a gas lawnmower or something like that, turn the fuel off. I don't get that at all. But so I did not get the opportunity to get a tune on it over the summer. So it's wired, it's ready to go. It's on my radio, it's done. There we go. Make sure those are seated. Yeah, they're good. Okay, so there we go. We got one half of it done. So now we got to move everything because I got to turn the page. Should have thought of that. There's our top halves. These are some odd looking diffs, man. These are some very odd looking diffs. There's that. Come on out. There we go. The bearings we don't need yet. And the out drives. Okay, let's turn this page. Okay, second part of this one. Okay, bearing we don't need. We need this. One small shim. Now I'll never be able to pick anything up. One small shim. After 30 years, we'll get one shim on this damn thing. There we go. Thin O-ring. So basically the same thing as before. This should be a little bit easier to get to though. That's going to go through the out drive. Okay. Thick O-ring's going to go in. Then we're going to use these bigger shims, I guess, right here. Like that. Why is it showing 4 of them? I don't know where the other one's going to go. That's going to go through there. Got it. Now, hopefully a lot easier pin to do. There we go. Sun gear goes on that. Let's get that on there before it falls out. Okay. One more. All right, where did that get to? Put that there. Now, there's nothing we lost, but it seems to be missing a shim. That's not going to fit. Let's just do a quick check. I don't believe anything came out. I don't see it. Let's check those bags. That's why I threw everything in here. just in case something like this happens. No. 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 Nope. All right, so we're missing one small shim. Okay. Let's see if I can find. I don't think I have anything that. Actually, no, I do. If anything, it might be a little thicker, which will make that pin tighter, but that's not a big deal. All right. Small shim, small O-ring. There we go. The big O-ring. The big shim. Now, is that a bigger shim on the back too? Okay, and the pin. Last one, don't fight me. Please don't fight me. Oh, please, tell me it was that easy. I think that Traxxas shim worked better. Yeah, sweet. Okay, there's our tops, there's our bottoms. All right, what do we got here? Fluid that wants the 5,000 in there. So we need this guy. Okay, cool. So what's everybody think about that 240 that Traxxas came out with, man? I know I'm not digging it. I'm not going to buy that. All right, so now it says we just got to fill her up, throw the gasket on. Then we got all these little small screws here that's got to put them together. Let's put that sun gear on before we forget about it. There we go. All right, let's fill them up. $5,000's not very thick, so I mean you could just let it run. All right, let's let those set for a minute, see how they look. It's probably gonna make a mess. How much was it anyway? It's a Traxxas drift car, enough said. Yeah, dude, definitely. Devin, while you're here, here's a question for you. You've played with this stuff before. I messed these up. Let's see here. I need an example. There we go. These were basically all the same material. I didn't see any difference in them. I went to dye these. I took the white out of them, but I had them out there for almost 45 minutes. I could not get these things to take any type of dye whatsoever. I had these on the same piece of fishing line, the smalls, and they dyed beautifully. Any ideas? What the heck I did wrong? I don't know. It's just weird. How much was it anyway? It's Traxxas. It's probably going to be about $400. All right, let's get this gasket on here. I'm sure. No. Stay up. Oh, come on. There's the first mess. Okay, let's get this gasket on without tearing it. This is going to be fun. May depend on the material. Some stuff doesn't take. Did you bring it up to a boil and let it simmer for like 45? Yeah. I brought it up to a boil. I kept it right, and I mean, I kept it hot because what is it, 210, I believe, is a boil. I had those parts in there at 190 degrees. 45 minutes, easy. And I mean, I did them just like I did all the ones for the 10T. And I mean, the 10T was a 20-minute deal, and they were done. These things were in there for a solid 45 minutes to an hour, and it just, I don't know, didn't work. These are absolutely the thinnest paper gaskets ever. These are, yeah. These are not going to be, this is a use once and destroy gasket for sure. There we go. All right, I got it on somehow. All right, got them pretty full. I like that. It's probably going to make a mess when I put this top on. There's enough. Oof, come on. Then the sun gear falls off. All right, well, it's not the end of the world. We can make this work. Maybe not. All right. Okay. So what size are these? These are small. 1.5? Yeah. Let's start all four before we turn them down. Put red and tacky on them before you assemble. You know, it's funny, I actually have some right here. In chat, what's up? Just bashing it. What's up, man? Working on something probably older than most of us. Except for Devin, he's old. I'm old too. All right. So far, we're down to the diffs. We get these diffs together, and I think we can start putting belts on this thing. That's how old you know. That's when you know we're old. Tight diff. Okay. Sure that'll wear in. It's all, everything's plastic, so it better wear in. But yeah, those bulkheads look like balls now. I don't like them at all. No, something's not liking this. Wow, is that diff tight? That ain't good. Oh, that ain't good. Let's clean this mess up and see what we got going on here. Forgot to ask what you're building. Oh, this is a Yokomo YZ10. This is a throwback for Team Associated put out. They had this on sale on Black Friday. I think I paid like $300. Yeah, that's extremely tight. That ain't good. Why is this so tight? This diff should not be anywhere near that tight. All right, we got to come back apart and see. Oh, excuse me. Let's see what we did wrong. Could just be too much fluid locking it in. I highly doubt those gaskets are that good that they're gonna not allow it out. That can't be it. Thanks, OG. Let's see why this thing is just so tight. I don't get it. Okay, nothing looks out of line. That may be right there. Yeah, that's going to be our problem. That's our problem. We'll give it a little shot before we put it back together. Devin's idea with the red and tacky probably would have been a good idea. Mr. Rivera, how are you, sir? If anybody's looking for some nice off-road fans, hit up Mr. Rivera. He's got some cool stuff going on down there. There we go. What a mess. Got to get these clean. They're going to be putting a belt on there. I don't want anything eating into that belt, prematurely wrecking it. It feels a lot better. Nice. Also, everybody, I appreciate it if, I mean, most of us are probably already doing it. OG is about 3 subs away from hitting that 800, man. If you guys ain't subscribed to OG, I appreciate it if you would. Good dude, does some fun stuff. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. Yeah, diffs are my least favorite to do, by far. Nasty diffs are the worst. Clean diffs aren't as bad, but they still suck. There we go. All right, let's tune them all in. All right, I'm happy with that. I'll run these under the sink later. Or maybe I won't. We'll see. Eating some chicken. Nice, man. Yeah, we went for, we had sushi today. Well, I had hibachi. They had sushi. I didn't want sushi today. There we go. Doesn't tell you no more. Oh, there it is. All right, cool. Oh, boy, look at that. Look at that. It's amazing when you put them together the right way. Look at how nice that is. Look at that diff. Nice, smooth. Oh, baby. Wish they'd all come out that nice. You know, the first time, not the second or third time like this one, but that's okay. It's going to drive me nuts until I get this thing looking right. Yeah, that feels great. Okay, cool. There we go. Let all that mess come out. At least one thing we won't be able to say, these things are dry. They are certainly not. Oh, stop it, you. There we go. I got the old man cold. My wife has been making fun of me. Apparently I'm whiny. Yeah, I think I've been permanently struck with the old man cold. This week has been a rough one, man. I dealt with the snow 3 days. And the cold, so at the end of my work shift, trust me, I was feeling it. It sucked. But hey, what are you gonna do? Gotta pay the bills. Who else is gonna pay for this stuff I do on here? Alright. Let's see here, test fit. That feels great. Yeah, we're gonna have to run these under the sink. We all get whiny with age. Just don't anyone to whine too. Yeah, yeah. See, I got the both sides of the sword, I guess. The old lady's a nurse, so if I'm sick, she'll take care of me, or she knows how to kill me. So it can go either way. Okay, let's just get these all nice and tight. Good. Ow! Why'd you do that for? One. Good. Good. Yep, feels about the same as the other. Awesome. No, I am not to speak to them to have Wi-Fi. Yeah, that nurse quit shutting your Wi-Fi off? Good. And they eat your job. Oh, man, that's some foul stuff. All right, so let's see where we're at. Gave you a couple of extras of these. That's cool. A couple 2-tree extras. All right. So there we go. We got the diffs built. Gonna have to go wash them off under the sink. And it says get bag 4. All right, we got bag 4. Let's go. I'm gonna go wash these off real quick. Everybody can take a breather. We'll open up this bag 4 and see what this is all about. All right, go wash these. All right, dry them off. We'll be good. Trevor, what's going on? How are you? Good night. Let's see. Let's get these diffs cleaned up. You actually make this thing actually kind of look like something. Let's see. Okay. So far, this kit is not bad. Not bad so far. All right, let's check out the content. Well, let's put some bearings on here. Doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, it's all good. All right, these were part of bolt 4, my off-white bulkheads now. Uh-oh. Hope I didn't mess these up. They look kind of messed up. I don't know. We'll have to see. These kind of look messed up. Hope I didn't mess them up. None of them holes are going to mount up. Hope I didn't mess these up when I tried to boil them. They all look kind of messy. That goes through the center section. So that would go like here. Yeah, that's a little messed up. All right, we may have to do some modification to these. I don't know if I'll be able to get these separately or not. That'd be a problem. All right, let's see what we got in this bag. All kinds of stuff. All right. Graphite shock towers. We're not going to be using those. Here's the long belt. That's going to go from the rear of the car to the front. So that's going to run, I'm guessing, this way. We got, those look like sway bar ends. Same as those. We have a smaller belt and the sway bar parts. That looks like a rear shock tower. Bunch of these. I don't know what those are. We'll find out. Those look like all the screws and stuff for that. All right, so first things first, long belt's got to go onto a diff. And it gets set into the front. Like that. There we go. Like that. That goes like that. There's going to be another bearing. There's got to be another bearing for this. And then this one here has got to go on top of it to lock it in. And how do you put the sway bar in afterwards? That doesn't make any sense. Unless you just fish it through. Let's see what the sway bar... Sway bar is for the rear. Okay. Yeah, it looks like this thing is just not right. I think, I don't think you're meant to dye these. I think I used too much. All right, we got a problem. We're gonna have to check this out. Hope I did not screw this up. Yeah, because that's not even close. That's supposed to be flush. All right, let's pull this back out. I think I may have screwed the pooch on this one. We might have a problem. Let's see. Geez, that polar bear cold. Oh, 9 is 20. No, dude, no. Minnesota's pretty much the same. I need taller paddles. Keep an eye out for the critters outside. Yeah. Don't you worry, mine won't even go near the door. Yeah, we got problems. This ain't even close to good. All right, so what are we gonna do? Kind of burned. We got a problem. Check this out. Yeah, this thing is not in the shape it's supposed to be. There's no way. This is supposed to be square. It didn't take the heat, I guess. This doesn't seem so bad. This one I could probably fix. I don't know about this front one. All right, anybody got any ideas? What can we do? Reshape it. Yeah, I don't think I have much of a choice. So what do you think? Just work with it, see what we can do. I think that's honestly the only move that's left. So this has to go straight, and then this has to come out. So this whole thing is basically bananaed. Let's see if I can get this thing to do something. Okay, made it flexible. Okay. Not hating it. Looks like the spot where the body pin is going to be the problem because it's really thin there. But We can make that work. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Got to work on the front. All right, let's pull this the bow out of the front. So there we go. We know for this kit here, do not try to dye these parts. No, more heat. Let's try this again. I got those front parts. They're money. These back ones, however, not even close. Okay, so how do we move the back? All right, I think I should take the screws. We'll screw the front down. And then I'll have to heat the back and figure that out. That way at least we know we're close. So what screws go in there? 2.5 by 8 mil button heads. Okay, so any button heads. I guess that's not it. I guess it's these. All right. What a bummer. That's gonna have to come down or something. Guess there's only a rear sway bar on this. So, provisions made for the front though. Okay. What are the chances that these parts are going to be any damn good now, though? Don't ask OG how he knows. Yeah, I heard from a friend, yeah. What's that? Yeah. Come on. This is going to be a big problem now that I created. That sucks. Come on. I don't know if I'll be able to make that fit. Let's try it. The rear one don't look great either. That cross brace don't look too bad. That could be, you could work on that. Come on. None of these screw holes are going to want to line up. All right. I don't know what we're going to do with this. This is bad news bears. For sure. Call Team Associated and just ask for bag 4? I doubt it. Okay, there we go. We got the front down. Oh, this stupid thing. Smash that like if you haven't. Yeah, man, good idea. I'm having some troubles here. This is one off here. Okay. All right, so we need to, that's that. That's fine. Front is fine. Front gap is actually correct. But those holes got to come back pretty far. don't even know how we're going to do that. What do we do? Jeez Louise, that's hot. Yeah, that whole thing's got to come back pretty far, actually. Let's try one more. I don't know. I might have to try and get some parts. I don't know if these are even available. Nah, this is a lost cause. All right. Well, that sucks. Well, we got to do some parts hunting now. Let's see what we can find. Yeah, these are not gonna work. This I could probably salvage. This one we could probably salvage. This one, let's see. Same boat. Same boat. That's junk. That's junk. That's junk. All right. Where'd that 1.5 go? 1.5. Well, I guess this is going to be a good place to stop. Let's take a look and see if I can get these. What's up, Rynks in the chat? Turtle, what's going on, my man? Oh, hit a snag. We hit a snag. Trying to go custom. Screwed up my parts. So, we got some stuff done, though. I mean, it's not a total waste, but now I need to buy some parts. I'm going to have to do some hunting, see if I can find these. Looks like a pretty cool part. I wonder if anybody makes an aftermarket version. Something cooler looking. Yeah, I tried to dye them, and I guess this is not the correct kind. This, I don't know. When you get it hot, it just feels like straight up plastic, like not like a nylon. So I don't know. All right, so let's make sure I got all the parts. There's the wheel, sway bar stuff. There's the belt. Didn't open it. Didn't open it. Put everything back in. Okay. So we got the chassis done. We got the diffs done. We got the slipper assembly done. Let's see here. What would they call that? Let's see what they call that first. Gearbox cap. All right. Let's see if we can do a quick search real quick. Let's see if we can find something. Oh, what a pain in the ass. Everything started out so good. Everything started out so good, and I screwed it up. All right. Let's see what we can find here. Yokomo YZ10 gearbox caps. Okay. Sold direct. Sold direct. Okay, shopping. No. Okay. Nothing there. Let's check A-Main. Let's see if they have anything under the Yokomo brand. There we go. Cars and trucks. Oh, this is their desktop site. How am I going to find this? Parts. Yokomo Super. I have no idea. Yokomo. I've never used their desktop site, and it's not that good. Yokomo Super. Okay, there's parts. There we go. No. There's the belts, springs. What is this? Yokomo 870C Super Dogfighter Bulkhead Center Cap Set. That's, my friends, look at that. All hope is not lost. That looks like the parts, I believe. We got yeah, and that one there. Yeah, that's not good. And we might as well, because they come in a 3-pack. All right, we're not screwed. I can get them. Yeah, that looks like it. I think we're okay. All right. Well, let's see here. Yeah, I got to do all that stuff. I got to sign in and shit. All right. Well, it's available. I guess I'm going to have to order these, and I'll get these ordered tonight. I guess we'll have to pick this up next week. I'm going to have to order these parts, and we'll go from there. So, yeah. Could be worse. $9. I screwed it up. But, hey, we all get to learn from that mistake. That sucks. But there we go. So far, we got our nice carbon fiber brace in the middle. We got the bulkheads all mounted up. The diffs are nice. They feel great. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm all bummed, man. We could have got farther than what we did. All right. I'll have to order those later. Yeah, Devin, here's the thing. Check this out. There are no part numbers. That's why I was worried when I got it. When I looked at the manual, I was like, shit, am I going to, if I, when I do break this, because you know I'm going to, am I going to be able to get parts for it? But if you look it up as a straight up Yokomo Dogfighter, you can still get parts for it. But yeah, as far as the Team Associated version, you'll get it done. Yes, we will. We'll get it done. Look at the manual part number. Yeah, you've seen the new Gymkhana. I haven't watched it yet, man. To me, Hoonigan's dead. It went with Ken. I'm not getting into it anymore. I can't do it. You'll get it done. All right, gotta head it out. Just have a good one. All right, yeah, I posted on Facebook. Travis did good in this one. Yeah, but it's not the same, my man. It's not the same. All right, I'm going to start cleaning up here. We'll hang out for a few more minutes, and then I'm out. I got to go racing tomorrow. Got to lose. Get beat. Have some fun, though. All right. So I guess I'm going to order those up. That sucks. Maybe I have enough credits. Maybe I can get it. Hey, look at that. I got that $10 donation from Urban. Urban's money is going to go to fix my mistake. We're going to get new bulkheads. Unmelted, proper ones. All right, cool. All right. I'm trying to think if there's any further we can go. I'm pretty much, I think that's it. I don't think I can go any further. So I can't put the caps on, so I can't do the sway bar. I can't put the caps on, so I can't do... Well, with the caps off, I can't... Oh, I probably could. I could put shock towers and stuff on here, but it's not worth the aggravation at this point. Now we can put the wire plate on quick. That looks like something that... Yeah, that won't bother anything. We can do that. Or no, because I have to have the belt on it. Shit. Nope. Won't matter. Where else is there? Should be ball bearings on here. Yeah, there's 2 of them. That one rides there. And then there's a 4x8 one there. Oh, that's cool. Get to look at that then. All right. Yeah, I'm going to call it. That's it. Oh, geez. Here, you better get 2. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'll get 2. All right. All right, I'm going to call it, everybody. I'll catch you all next week. We'll continue this thing. I'm going racing tomorrow. Maybe I'll shoot something from the track. Devin actually shows up. I'll show you that. A couple of the nice trucks he's got. They're slower than shit, but they look good. All right, I'll catch you later.